Apostle Johnson Suleman of Omega Fire Ministries has reacted to the Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Barrister Festus Keyamo's call for regulation of social media. The minister had on Monday said that although social media has come to stay in the country, there must be laws put in place to regulate and sanitize the system. He said to keep fake news, which according to him can destroy the fabric of the country, fake social media accounts must first be killed. But reacting, Apostle Suleman on Twitter described Keyamo as the author of fake news. The cleric said Keyamo wants social media regulated because of the attacks he gets from it. Suleman maintained that social media needs no regulation. One of the authors of fake news, who poses to be a lawyer, now wants social media regulated because of the constant bashing he gets. 2017, he connived with a Canadian-based lady whom I never met. He dropped a senseless legal suit online and copied over 200 bloggers. I woke up to find a suit supposedly meant for me online. Mr. Lawyer, what do you call that? News. You were peddling to destroy a man's reputation. You know all you did. You were the maid where then made a senate or a son for a job well done. You were then made a son for a job well done. What did you do to me and others will haunt you for life down to your generation. Leave social media. It is very okay and needs no regulation. Suleman, you think tomorrow that you don't go and say, oh, regulation should be done to social media? Well, you said don't chop your amala, because at some point too, you were trying to I don't know how will I put it, you were trying to suppress those who were talking about you, but unfortunately you couldn't work for you, because even somebody just mention your name, the next thing they don't strike the person, or your picture they don't strike the person, until when the people stood, stood against that before you say you can't come surrender, because you don't find out that it's going to be difficult. The same thing that Buhari and Lai Mohammed they tried to do, but he couldn't help them. But that by the side, and I believe that because of that singular act of Keyamo, you don't find way to get them. For the first say waiting is supposed to send to you, you could go the copy bloggers. If they be say they find trouble, because even Keyamo himself is not even a responsible person. So when responsible people are talking, be even Keyamo. So it's this man, Suleman, don't give him back. Say, hey, he wants this thing to be regulated, and meanwhile, you yourself, Sabi use the social media. Both of you are the same. Pastor with the scam people. Are any better? Are you a saint? Take away the log in its own eyes before you see the tiny wood in your neighbor's eyes. Okay, mind your tongue, Mr. Man. You are talking to an anointed man of God to avoid God's wrath upon your life. Keyamo will soon go into exile. He doesn't know that some of his actions have expiry dates. Keyamo is the master of fake news in Nigeria. He should be quiet. He's certainly not in the position to talk about combating the menace of fake news. Why don't you mind your preaching and winning soul to God? Leave this social media alone. Where is war? He should keep quiet. He's a Nigerian and must speak. This idea of telling people that don't talk, this and that. Why will the person not talk? Does the person have a different government? Does the person have a different market? Does the person have a different police that should not talk? I don't understand the way some people reason. Everybody has the right to talk. So if election is coming up now, the election that was concluded, so you expected him not to go and vote because he's a pastor or what? Hi. Wow. Well, Suleman is right. Keyamo is a certified author of fake news on social media. Keyamo, while in America, celebrated on social media the fake declarations of Binani as the governor-elect of Adamawa State. The senior advocate of nonsense cannot deny this. Keyamo is the fake news peddler talking about social media regulator. Okay. What happens to the ministerial position you occupy to create jobs for the unemployed youth? Why not talk about that instead of your headache about social media? Nemesis will surely catch up with him. They are only looking for ways to the detriment of the people they are supposed to take care of. You should also be wise enough not to comment either. Is disturbed because it is only in social media that people say their mind and tell them the truth. Thank you, Papa, for exposing the man. Okay. Mm. Mm. Yeah, Keyamo is a terrible person. He is. Oga, regulate evil out of your brain and that of your colleagues first. But regulating before regulating social media, the day one good thing will come from Festus Keyamo, that day I will not eat anything in celebration. They have always wanted to regulate the social media, but they don't even have the capacity to do that. Festus Keyamo has not seen anything yet. God will judge him for always supporting evil. Senior advocate of nuisance. He's not only a fake news author, he's a senior advocate of nonsense. Oh my god, I don't even know what Suleman is saying. How will you know? Let's regulate the Nigeria social environment first. This is what people, this is what would sanitize social media, because people would no longer have cause to create and circulate fake news. Keyamo is a joker, although he doesn't know what he's saying.